All right, g'day everyone. Today I just want to talk about, I just want to show you what I did yesterday when I was changing the oil on my Cfmoto 700. Now, I know it's just a simple thing just to do an oil change on a bike, but I have not touched the bike for 3 decades, probably over 3 decades. When I say touch the bike, I have never serviced it or done brakes or pulled anything apart. I brought a new bike and I just take it in for a service, but unfortunately, the circumstances of this week are I'm going into hospital next week. I'll be out of action for a little while, probably for a while actually. And the thing is, the bike shop is booked in about a month in advance, and as I did a couple of I did a few trips, actually one big trip a few weeks ago, and the oil's cooked, so the gears aren't changing. If you've got certain bikes and the oil's just not right, it's just rubbish. Basically, it's not good for the bike. So, I don't want to leave the bike just sitting there with that garbage. So, I'm having a go myself to change the oil, and this is what it looked like. So, if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them down below. But it did take a little while for me to do it, longer than normal. However, keep in mind I have not actually pulled this bike apart, and it's full of panels everywhere. So, and even locating where the sun plug is and all the rest of it. And the funny thing was, I went to the bike shop and I asked for a filter, an oil filter, and he gave me something totally different. Some Kawasaki filter. I know there are similar motors and all that, but the 700 MT is not like the 650 MT on the Cfmotos. So the Cfmoto 650 is closer to the Kawasaki Versus Moto. The 700 has a much bigger oil filter, right? So lucky I had purchased one from AliExpress and I had one sitting there. But anyway, let me know what you think. Have a look. And action. Well, good day everyone. Welcome. I'm going to talk as I work. So thanks for joining me today. I'm doing something a bit naughty. I'm actually going to give my bike an oil change myself. Now it's a new bike, it's under warranty and all the rest, but I'll give you the reasons why I shouldn't really be doing it. I should be taking it into the bike shop, and I know all that. And I explained myself to Buzz down at the bike shop. I don't think he was too impressed, but anyway, it was okay. It was okay. Now what's happened is I've got to go in for surgery. I've got to get a bit of major surgery done, so I'm going to be out of action for a while, and I just can't get the bike in. You got to book a month in advance and all the rest of it, and it's just the timing's all out. But what's happened is, the actual bike, the actual oil, when you go on a trip, on a long trip, I mean, it was on the way out anyway, so I think the oil's a bit cooked. The gears are really sticky. It's very hard to change into gears. So unfortunately, I don't think I want to leave that oil in there. No matter what happens, I don't know how long I'll be off the saddle for, but I don't want to leave old oil in the bike. I don't know. I might even try and sneak a ride in before I go in for surgery, which even that is a naughty. But that's just how I roll. Story of my life. I can't see what I'm doing here. Let me just get under here. Oh yeah. Now I haven't done a service on a car or a motorbike for decades. Let's put it to you that way. I haven't worked on a motorbike since I was probably in my 30s, which is probably 3 decades ago. Oh shit. Oh, God help me. Now, just removing this state-of-the-art plastic bash plates, right, for adventure riders. Now, I'm just trying to find where the oil is coming out of it. I think I found it. That's unusual. Can't be that. It's on this side. Well, blow me down. It's got to be this one here. Shit. No, it makes sense. All right. All right, we'll have to go around on the other side. I think I found the the nut on the other side, right? So I'll go over there and pull the other panel off. But as the bike leans, that's where the actual the other screw is. Now I had a look on YouTube, and there's nothing on the MT 700. There is on the 650, and the 650 was basically under here, under the actual under the glass. So anyway, we're learning together. That's what we do at Motorbright. So let's go on the other side and pull the other panels off and see what we can find. Okay, I'm just going to start the bike up, warm up the oil a bit before I get on the other side. So just a reminder how good these bikes sound. Okay, let me just give it a bit of a vroom vroom. Just listen to that beautiful sound. Sally lemonade. Now keep in mind, I haven't done this bike before. I've never touched this bike mechanically, right? Never really done anything to it. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find the right size socket, because I had this here, but it's a little bit tight. I don't think I'll be able to get a. I don't think I'll be able to get a, because of that little frame. That little frame that holds the. I'll actually take the camera down. Just give me a second. I'll take the camera down. Because of the frame that holds this, I can't really get to the nut or the bolt. Sorry. So what I'll do, I'll get a spanner. Now it looks like a 17, so hope my pants don't fall down while I'm doing this. So. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. All right, so I don't know if you can see where I've got the spanner. The nut is literally you know what? Let me do this. Let me take you off here. I'm just going to take the camera off the. All right, so that's the frame. All right, so that's the frame that holds that little plastic decorative bash guard, whatever they're more, you know, whatever they probably serve no purpose other than cosmetic. But anyway, this little frame here holds that, and the nut for the oil seems to be there, right? So, which is a great spot, I've got to say, because the bike's leaning to the left, and the oil's going to piss out on the left here, so it's probably going to go flying. So I've got to be ready for that. But yeah, that's where it is. So look, I've got to say, it's not a bad design too, I must say. Because this bike hasn't got a center stand and it leans a bit to this way, it actually saved me putting it up on a race stand. So it's probably, you know, once you do it the first time, I reckon it'll be pretty easy to do. Let me just put you back on the tripod. I don't want to have a whinge about a bike shop, but far out. When you take it to these shops, they just screw the shit out of it. They just torque it down. It's not moving. Oh my goodness. ridiculous. I got the bike shop blues. Oh my God. That is tight. That is damn tight. That is tight, guys. That is really tight. And I'm no weakling, but let me tell you, I might just wait for the engine just to cool down a little bit, and I'll give it another go. All right, I found a ring spanner, 17mm ring spanner, which is probably a couple of inches longer than the spanner I was trying to undo it with. And I just broke it, so I broke the lock. I didn't break the lock, I mean I broke the actual tightness, that's what I'm trying to say. So I can start loosening the thing. I'll probably use the shorter spanner to do that, just easier. I'm going to move the camera back a bit because being the fat lard that I am, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. I can just see it. Movie drink. Yeah, so it's actually loosened the nut. So let's have another go. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So okay. All right. I'm just trying to keep the pan underneath because it's going to piss out, and we don't want a mess. You know, this is normally a simple thing anyway. Look, changing oil's no big deal, but when you've got a bike or a car you haven't done it before, it's just what's the word? It is just a little bit awkward. You got to find out where everything is, and look at that, the oil's shit. Now actually this oil is like absolute crap, even though it hasn't been in there that long. Shit, did I drop I think I dropped a copper washer, or did I? Probably not. Now this oil, just so you know guys, I actually had the oil done probably 3,000 or 4,000 Ks. It was actually overdue the service when I got it done from the bike shop, because they were busy again. They just flat out down at the workshop there. They're a bit under the pump, and I think there was a bit of a, you know, when you mix oils, I had my own container and I don't even think it was the right one for this bike, and so they used that and probably added their own and made it up, and I think the oil's never sort of really been proper for this, because the gears don't change as good as they should. So if you're not putting the right oil in, especially on these sort of motors, because this is, although it's a Cfmoto, it's a Kawasaki design, and if you're not putting good oil in there regularly, you're going to have that problem. So so just looking at the color of it, it's pretty brown. And then I'm going to pull out that the oil filter. Just wait for this to actually, I'll see if I can manhandle the now I'm just cleaning a few bits and pieces with the with this rag. It's got a bit of oil on it. Oil's really good when you're cleaning metal. I know you're probably thinking, what's he doing? But oil's really good for your parts, and it really gives it a good shine too. Gives metal a good bit of a gloss. I'm not trying to be a stingy, or well, I'm stingy at times, but you know, I'm not trying to be, what's the word, a Scrooge, but hang on, oof, The exhaust is still hot, my goodness. I don't think I'll be able to do that. The exhaust is too hot. Just have to wait. This is the horn. So normally you can't get access to this. You're never down on the ground, and this is probably a good opportunity to give the boy a bit of a touch up. Get some oil onto you. Even on plastic panels, I mean, they're all made out of petroleum products anyway, so a bit of oil's not gonna do anything. So help get the bugs off. I can't even see. This is the this is the filter that was on the bike. This is the one I ordered from AliExpress. Now I've got one inside from the bike shop. The God bless him, he gave me one that was actually half the size of this one. They're slightly different in size, but they look the same. But I'm going to put it on anyway because I've got no choice. It all looks pretty similar, but you don't know who to believe. And the bike shop said, no, this is the one. It fits on all these bikes. I said, all right. It was half the size, so we're not going to do that. But then again, look, it may work, it may not, I don't know, but I'd rather get something that's closer to the original. Now I'm just going to put some, a little bit of oil, a film of oil on this thing, on this filter, before I whack it on. And she'll love it. I have to go around the other side, I think. So basically we'll just get a bit of oil on the old finger. I'll just pour some in. Oop. Doesn't need much, but okay. Chris, what's that going to do? Yes. Okay, you're not coming off in a hurry. You know, and there it is. There it is. I thought I saw something fall out. And there it is. Looks like an aluminium washer. Alright, so we're just about done now. So this is the oil I'm putting in, 10 to 40, and it's I think it's smooth shifting, MA2 standards. Motul is a good brand, apparently. I guess they're all good brands, but you know, I was going to put some gasket rubbish silicone in on the sump plug, but I didn't have any. It was all dried up, so I just put back the original one, gave it a good twist. So hopefully we'll be all right. So I've got, now this bike takes 2.2 litres, right? So I've got probably, oh shit, I hope that's going to make it. Should. This one has got a different colour. Same everything, but this one's a lot darker. So work that out. Yeah. This has got a totally different colour to that one. Interesting. Same brand oil, same specs, yet one is a darker and the other one's Motul 5100, road, off-road, recreational, commuting, road, off-road, optimized fuel, easy startup, all the same stuff. Okay, I'll clean the mess up later, but I've got to say, it's not that hard to change your oil on one of these 700s, the MTs. I don't know what's going on in Australia, but I don't think they've probably sold about 100 of these bikes in the country. I know. I know, like I said, in Greece and Italy and Europe and all these other European countries, they're still buying this bike, and it's a good bike. The new one that's coming out is 40 kilos heavier. It's 258 kilos. I'm assuming wet. Okay, it's got 4 litres extra on the tank. Big deal. This thing here, I know in Australia with the ADR and all that and all the restrictions. Well, we haven't got the same restrictions as Europe. I get about 4 litres 100, 4.5, between 3.5 to 400, depending how 3.5 to 4.5 litres per 100. The way, just depending on how I'm riding the bike. So no issue. So hopefully the oil filter's all good. It was close to the original one, but that's the only thing I got concerned about, and also the sun plug. I'm probably going to go down and buy some new washers. I used the same alloy one. I didn't have any Celastic high temperature silicon to whack on there. I would have liked to have done that, but never mind. That was my first oil change that I've done on this bike myself. Like I said, it's under warranty. I should be servicing it. Yes, next week I'm going in under the knife, so I'll be out of action for a while. So so we'll see how it all pans out. But that was the first one. I hope you got something out of it. But it's pretty straightforward actually. The design of it's pretty good, because the sun plug, as you've got it on the side stand, all the oil drains out there. It's actually a really good setup. So I saw a guy on YouTube just before I did this, and he did the MT650, but I think he opened up a different plug, and there are a few there with copper washers that I've seen. I'm certain he actually changed the oil using the wrong plug. I'm certain of it. There you go. So just what you see on YouTube is not always gospel, so just be careful. But bike's been it's going good over a year now, and done some good trips, I guess. What's the word for it? I haven't had any issues with the bike, apart from the what's it called, the thermo fans, the 10 amp you just replaced with a 15 amp, but all good. I've had the forks, the front end lowered, the forks just taken up about just over a centimetre, 12 mil up the triple clamps, and no dramas, no issue at all. So far so good for a bike around that price range. It's as good as any other bike that you're paying double for. So most Jap bikes are about 700 cc's, 20 grand. What would be the nearest thing? An MT7 Yamaha twin cylinder, probably be the closest. Don't know about a Honda 750. I don't know if that'll be that's more a sports bike. But this thing, they call it an MT multi-tourer, meaning you can go do a little bit of off-road, a bit of road. But I don't know about that. I think I'll stick to the road. You can go on gravel and all the rest of it, but now that I've pulled apart all those panels, I won't put them on tonight. I'll give them a clean. I'll turn the camera off and give it a bit of a scrub. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed me getting down on my knees. That didn't sound good. No. Cut. Hope you enjoyed watching the oil change, my first oil change. It's already had an oil change at the shop, but what am I talking about? I'm talking garbage, gibberish. It's getting late. All right. Cfmoto 700 MT. This one looks 10 times better than the new one. I don't care what anyone says.